Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. I'm Pastor Ranjo. This is your community group video, and whether you're watching at home in prep for group or at group, thank you so much for taking time to be part of our community. So this week we continued in our series on Hebrews and learned about Jesus being the perfect high priest. For more, here's Dylan with your 90-second sermon recap.
Hello everybody, my name is Dylan, and I'm here with your sermon recap for the week. This week Jason tackled a really difficult passage, a really involved passage dealing with Jesus' superiority to all the priests. Now the priests in the Jewish faith belong to the tribe of Levi, but when we get Jesus, he doesn't belong to the tribe of Levi. And so he acts as a priest and he intercedes on our behalf, but he doesn't belong to the tribe of Levi like you were supposed to. Now the author of Hebrews, as Jason pointed out, uses this to demonstrate why Jesus is actually a superior priest than all of the Levitical priests. Jesus belonged to an order of priests called the Order of Melchizedek, which is a figure from the Old Testament that Jason explained a little more on Sunday. All the Levitical priests were human, which meant that they were sinful, that they had a fractured relationship with God, that they would die eventually and need replaced, and so there were a bunch of these Levitical priests that would succeed one another. On the other hand, Jesus came along, who belonged to the order of Melchizedek, and Jesus was a single priest, not many, single priest who offered a sinless life, a life that was in perfect relationship with God. And he not only offered his own life, but he was raised from the dead, and so he can continue to serve as our high priest indefinitely, forever. And so Jason points out how the author shows that Jesus is really the highest priest that we could ask for, the best priest that we could possibly ask for. And at the end, he challenged us. He says that the first century Christians had to choose between the Levitical priesthood and Jesus, this new priest, as to where they would invest their time and resources and hope. But in our life, there are other things that distract our investments, different idols, different technology, different activities that tempt us to pour our time and resources and hope into. But Jason pointed out that no matter what time you live in, Jesus is the greatest investment that you can make.
Thanks a lot, Dylan. So, Pastor Jason started the sermon talking about the exorbitant amount of time that we spend on our phones. And it got me thinking, what app on your phone do you waste the most time on? Go ahead and share it. So we're going to look at the passage of scripture we studied on Sunday, and we're going to read actually the second half. So as a group, would you get together and read chapter 7, verses 11 to 28 for context, and then go back and specifically focus on verses 26 to 28. Read those verses together, spend some time meditating on it, and then just share thoughts that you have or reflections that you have on that passage. So verse 26, speaking of Jesus, says this: "Such a high priest truly meets our needs, one who is holy, blameless, pure, set apart from sinners, exalted above the heavens." What needs in your life do you need your high priest to meet today? Go ahead and share that with your group. Spend time, let everyone share, and then let that lead into a prayer time. Go ahead and pray for those things to happen in your lives. That's it for tonight. Have a great time. God bless.